is John Daley, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not mistaken. So if we welcome John Daley to the stage to talk about housing and health, missing link.
So what is a home? Is it an English person's castle? Is it a shelter from all storms? Or more importantly, is it a place of permanent residence that you live with your household? All three are correct. And it's important, as this guy would say, start with why. It's important because there are 26 million homes in the UK and 64 million people call it a home. But again, why is it important to us? Well, it's a part of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, one of the basic 5 needs, and we spend, on average, post-COVID, 19 hours a day in our homes. 19 hours in the same environment post-COVID, because we work from home mostly now. And also, we are creatures of habit. Yes, I'm a Harry Potter fan, right? But we are creatures of habit because we spend, on average, in our homes, 9 years before we move. 9 years for 19 hours a day, 80% of your time in the same place. But again, it can go wrong. And we're seeing a lot more of this on telly. And why is it? Because we have the oldest housing stock in Europe, the most leakiest. And of course, we get a lot more with ITV and Panorama saying it can go wrong. But for housing providers like myself and who I work for, there are standards. There's 29 hazards we have to be aware of to ensure really good and sustainable homes. Not just physical standards, but also mental health standards. I didn't know that, right? And again, we've seen a lot more of this from the death of this little boy here. Again, living in one of the most prevalent issues that we have in UK housing is damp and mould. It affects nearly 1 million homes countrywide. And it costs the NHS directly £1.5 billion. I like Donald Trump, billions. It's nearly 1.5 billion and 15 billion from a wider societal perspective. Just think what we could do with that money. It's all come from health. But again, looking at mental health, believe it or not having a good home, it actually makes you 4 times more likely to have a mental health issue and 8 times more likely if you're sleeping well. So it's massive for our mental health. And it also doesn't just affect adults, it also affects children and their development, because it's exactly the same issue. 4 times for mental health and 8 times if they are having a good time of sleeping rough. And it even is that important to even the governments that they believe in their breaking down the barriers to opportunity in their own manifesto, that a good home is a good start to being a productive member of society. Their words, not mine. And it also comes down to the importance of what mental health has on your life expectancy. And having a good home can actually increase your life expectancy between 3 and 5%. It's mad that, isn't it? Just from the 4 walls. But again, I'm talking a lot about the 4 walls and not really about the most important asset of all, and that is you, the person who resides in it. And we're seeing a lot more of this now with new technology. We're seeing it more with switches and tadars, all this fangled technology that shows about how people use their homes. And again, there's so much to it. So for instance, the type of home you live in, is it suitable and sustainable for you? A lot of people just think it's 4 walls, but it's a lot more than that. It's got to be adapted to your standards and your style. And likewise as well, with education, how do we live in our homes and are we educated enough to live in them? So if I said to most people in here, now how would you sort damp and mould? Well, believe it or not, the education is not widely available how that is. And again, for the people who do know, they might not understand it or interpret it differently from actually what is out there. And I've seen that so many times on the front line, where people believe adequate heating against damp and mould is 20 minutes a day, when it's supposed to be between 4 and 6 hours. It's something as simple as that. I know there's wide societal problems on it, but it just goes to show how people interpret it. So my 4 things to solve housing and health, the missing link. The first one is not just to monitor your home, but also monitor yourselves. Is it a reflection and an environment of where you want to live and somewhere that is healthy and sustainable for you? Likewise, to spread that message and be aware and show others, not just that you know that information, but they actively live within that as well, to spread that to the 26 million homes. We have to keep pressing our governments and of course our regulators around standards to ensure sustainable and healthy homes for everyone, not just yourself. And the last one, when it comes up now, is about expression. No one really talks about it, but it's about expressing yourself, and having your home is an expression of you, and somewhere fun, creative, and of course sustainable for yourself now, tomorrow, and of course the future. Thank you very much.